making your own homemade ice cream is no easy task, but there's an internet trend that's heating up and takes all the churn out of the process. Here with her recipe for no-churn ice cream, it's our foodie queen, Stephanie Hansen, everybody. Hi. Welcome back.
You guys, I've been in the North Woods harvesting. We're going to talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, harvesting? You're like Laura Ingalls Wilder. What do you mean?
I had to put pants on, and it's a little rough under there.
I love that you had to show the audience that you weren't kidding.
Like, my pants are rolling down over my stomach roll.
Oh.
You know, that's what you do on vacation. You eat, you drink, you make ice cream.
Yeah. Okay, so what is this?
This is... Okay, normally you need an ice cream maker, right? Remember the days where you had rock salt and you had that wooden barrel and you churned like Grandma Ingalls?
Yeah.
No more. You don't need any special equipment to make ice cream. And I've made this is my 4th batch. I made it at my cabin with my nieces. So you just take 2 cups of heavy cream, okay? And I did learn the hard way. There's a difference between heavy cream and whipping cream because the whipping cream didn't set up very well. A little vanilla.
That's good to know. So do not use whipped cream.
It is called heavy whipping cream. It's 36% milk fat, and that does make a difference.
Okay.
So this is just in my Cuisinart. You could do it in your blender or your Ninja or whatever. We're just going to turn this on. We're going to wait until soft peaks form, and while that's happening, I'm going to show you a couple that I already made. Soft peaks. So the idea is you're mixing the cream with sweetened condensed milk. And that's all you need with a little flavoring. So this kind of ice cream that I made, I just mixed in Oreo thins that I crushed. The way you crush them is the best way is just with your rolling pin and then you just roll over them. I know that Jason likes Oreos.
I do.
We did our TV show together.
Yeah.
And so you just make this in your fruit processor, and I want to show you the texture. And I've had these out for about a half hour because they get really hard. But can you see that on the camera? Like the texture of it is just like regular ice cream. I've got soft peaks forming in here.
How long?
You're gonna eat this while I make it.
Okay, that's fine. But can you? Okay, so. That looks like ice cream.
It almost looks like butter. I probably let it go a little bit too long, but
that's fine.
So we're gonna add our sweetened condensed milk. And then we're just gonna give it one more little zh, and then we're gonna mix in anything we want. And this time I'm gonna use raspberries, right? Because who doesn't love fresh raspberry ice cream, okay? I'm also gonna just put a little lemon zest because I like to cut the really sugary sweet with just a little sour or a little acid. And what's my favorite thing, friends? Zester. The zester! So this is gonna end up being like a little raspberry lemon.
Can I interrupt you real quick?
Yeah.
This is really, really good.
And easy.
So, okay, continue.
It's super fun to do with kids, right? Because they're always looking for fun stuff to do. So if you don't have a food processor, you just use a blender.
Oh, just a regular blender?
A regular blender, yep. So I'm just mixing this up. And now we've got like pretty, we've got pretty raspberry.
This is so good stuff.
It is really good. I know. I was kind of thinking it wouldn't work because it was this weird TikTok thing, but then I did it, and it does work.
Look at you being trendy. You're on the TikTok, aren't you?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Are you having?
Aren't you? I'm
I
trying.
love to hate it and hate to love it.
I know. Addie, who does our social media, she's my girl. I offered her, but I got to stop offering people money because, Kendall took money from me yesterday. But anyway,
she should.
I told Addie, I'm like, I got to learn. I'm not really good at TikTok. What do you do? What's that? What's that?
Okay, so this is just, I want a little more raspberry flavor than sometimes the berries can impart. So this is just like a raspberry jam. I dolloped it in there, and I'm just going to swirl it through my base here.
Okay.
So that I get kind of like raspberry swirl like
in every bite.
In every bite, like you would if you were at Bridgman's. Okay, you can't really see, but I did swirl it in there. We get it. Okay. All I do now is put this in the freezer. Now, in 4 hours, it's kind of like soft serve-ish. In 8 hours, it's completely hard, and you can take what you need and just put this back in the freezer. And honestly, you can make so many different kinds. I made strawberry rhubarb. If you know how you always have like weird jams hanging around? Like you could use orange marmalade and put in some fresh peaches. Like you could use graham crackers, you could use Andes mints and a little creme de menthe or grenadine for cherry. Like it's crazy how easy it is.
Like if you have a lot of takeout from Olive Garden, just use all the little mints that they give you. Yeah.
Oh my God, did you steal the mints at Olive Garden? Yeah, he did. He did. I know he did.
The host was not looking, and I was like, yeah.
Okay, I might have stole a few melt-away mint handfuls.
Yeah.
But
they're so good.
Yeah. So anyway, this is all that there is to making no-churn ice cream. You don't need a special machine. You just need a blender or a Cuisinart. And it doesn't even have to be like a fancy blender. You don't need a Vitamix.
I was just going to say, because you have all the fancy stuff, and probably people at home are like, do I have to have a Stephanie thing?
No, I made this at the cabin, and why I made it in the Cuisinart was because I don't have a blender there. And I was like, oh, well, this will work.
And this was a TikTok trend.
Originally, yes. And then I met a woman who has a cookbook called Snackable Bakes, Easy Peasy, 100 Snackable Bakes. Jessie Sheehan is her name. And she was on a podcast that I did, and her book was so great. And she had all these no-churn recipe ideas, too. So I was like, well, she's official. If she can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, because you're official.
I am official,
Look
baby.
at your official little apron.
I know.
I like your apron.
Thank you. A local lady made it for me. We collaborated. I needed
at that, your
aprons.
little logo on there.
I know. I was like, I love the color orange and yellow.
You're the only one.
I know. So
you pull
it's
it
my
off
own
well.
custom.
Yeah.
But likes orange and yellow?
No, I mean you can pull, because I wear orange and I look like a big gay pylon.
Well,
you know what I mean? So yeah.
But see, I like gay pylons.
I know you do. We're not done with Steph. Stephanie's ice cream recipe is available on her website. It's right there on her chest. Stephanie's. That would not have ended well. Stephanie's
Not
dish.
on his pretty cashmere sweater that I was already petting earlier.
I know.
I love cashmere. Oh, and I'm on my, okay, but I did wipe my hands.
This is why we're really good friends. Stephanie'sDish.com. More with Stephanie, more petting when we come back. Back in a moment. It's a great Wednesday crowd.
Yes.
You look nice, girl.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
You know, I was at the cabin harvesting.
I know. Okay, yeah, that's okay. We got to learn about that.
It's so much work.
I don't even know what you mean by. Okay, anyway, hey, Stephanie's here from Stephanie'sDish.com. As Stephanie said, she did just get back from the cabin. I have it on my card here. Harvest season.
Okay.
So what are you doing up there?
I am like waiting for the tomatoes to ripen, and I'm in zone 3 Ely. So even though I have early girls that are supposed to ripen in June, it'll take forever. But I'm getting cucumbers, I'm getting beans, I'm harvesting basil, I'm harvesting onions, beets, and I'm pickling things and making things.
Is this your garden?
Yes. It's like a giant cage because there's bears and deer and lots of wildlife up there. So it's like 8 feet tall sides, and I open a gate and I go in, and I have to like keep my dog out because he's a vegetarian and he's obsessed with, he likes peas, cucumbers, he stole a zucchini. He's so naughty.
Of course your dog is a vegetarian.
I know, it's very odd.
Yeah.
Kale. So you have to harvest these things, and then like my mom was a child of the Depression, and it rubbed off on me because I cannot waste one thing. So I'm canning, I'm pickling, I'm making like zucchini breads and ice creams and pizzas and. Okay,
because one of the things, you made a pasta dish. You're going to tell the folks, what was this?
Oh, I am obsessed with cream and pasta. And I'll put anything in it.
saw this picture on your Insta.
So this was zucchini and cream and lemon and pasta. I also had like fresh peas, so I made a fresh pea, lemon, goat cheese pasta. I'm always making pastas because it's just the easiest thing and it's cheap. And it's always like, I always have cream in the refrigerator and noodles. Our cabin's on an island, and there's a little bit about the story in the cookbook. But so like, if I have to run to the store, it's like an hour-and-a-half situation.
Yeah, it's a big ordeal.
Yeah, so it's really taught me how to be a good cook of things that you have on hand.
Before I want to talk about the book a little bit more, the garden thing. I have a black, brown, I have a dead thumb. I have a dead thumb. I kill everything. I mean, this is alive only because it's plastic. You know what I mean?
I was like, it's not.
It's been alive for 8 years because it's plastic. But if you have one, turn into gardening Gretchen right now. That's beautiful. What's your number one gardening suggestion?
Start. Just start.
Okay, we'll be right back, everybody.
People
That was it.
are very intimidated by it. They think it's hard. Just start small. Like get a container and throw a couple of seeds in there and watch them grow. Start with herbs. I think herbs are really easy. So some basil, some dill, some parsley. You start to really get into having fresh ingredients and making things on your own, and then it grows from there. My first garden was literally 4 years ago. I haven't had it very long.
Oh, really?
No, my mom was a gardener and I was always intimidated. And we got into a situation on the island where we could have this man, I call it the man trap, because it's an 8-foot like cage. Sorry, that's so weird that I call the garden the man trap.
Are you catching men up there?
No, but I'm like, God, you could imprison a person in here.
Yeah.
It's the Hilltop Ely Garden is what I call it, and I do not imprison anyone. But all of a sudden, I had this huge space.
If the
and I
Ely
had the
Police
ability to
Department can
try.
hear
I
me,
know.
check a cabin on an island.
I always
Again,
say the weirdest things on TV. I don't know why.
You're going to get a visit from the Ely sheriff.
Probably,
Anyway,
probably.
Hey, we have like 30 seconds. We're going to continue to talk about Stephanie's book until the launch, True North Cabin Cookbook. Here's an easy question. What do you think is the vessel that you use the most in this? Is it a pan? Is it a Dutch oven? Is it what pot or vessel do you use the most in here?
Cast iron skillet.
Really?
Yeah, probably. And also my Dutch oven. I mean,
Yeah.
And then also my zester. And then also, so I'm going to do a signing.
Tell folks about your
Yeah,
events.
I'm going to be doing it after my Weekly Dish radio show on Saturday at the My Talk 1071 booth. And then the Star
At the
Tribune.
fair.
Yeah, at the fair, first weekend. The Star Tribune has invited me to sign on their first Sunday. So first Sunday of the fair, watch Stephanie's Dish on my Instagram because I don't have an exact time for that yet. But so I'll actually be able to sign some books at the fair. There is some at the General Store Minnetonka right now. They're shipping. It's very exciting.
As it should be. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. Give it up for Stephanie Hansen, everybody. For more information, get the book, everybody. Get the book. Stephanie'sDish.com. True North Cabin Cookbook is available for pre-sale right now. And like Stephanie said, it's at the General Store of Minnetonka right now.
Yep, right now they're shipping out.
Our 7th anniversary fun when we come back. Back in a moment, everyone. Thank you, sweetie. Oh, this is Jeff.